At Eden Girls School, we believe history is a very important subject as it helps us to understand and navigate the world today, especially at a time when we are living through times where there is a lot of fake news around. We believe that there are many topics in the past that are very enjoyable to study and we can learn a lot of lessons from them. At the moment in the history department we have three members of staff, myself, Miss Aswat, who is a lead teacher for history, citizenship and PSHCE. We always also have Miss Ahmed, who is a teacher of history and citizenship, and we also have a further member, Miss Hussein, who's a teacher of history and RE. We also believe that studying history allows us to understand other cultures, especially at a time when differences are sometimes highlighted by people in the media. We need to really understand that our shared history gives us a sense of national identity and also brings us together as different societies. History is also about the study of change. The world is constantly changing, so understanding the role of change in society really helps you interpret the world in its current state, especially now when we are living through unprecedented times and also times when there are lots of protests going on. The study of history allows us to understand the worries and concerns of groups of people, disenfranchised people in society. The history curriculum at Eden is very diverse and covers a wide range of topics. In Year 7 we start with historical skills and we move all the way down to the slave trade, and then in Year 8 we cover topics such as the suffragettes, the impact that they had on the world, and all the way to the Windrush generation. These topics enable students to gain an understanding of British history as well as international history, and where possible we try to make links with different diverse communities. So for example, when we study the First World War, we would also study the Muslim contribution to the war, and also when we study the Holocaust we would also look at the Muslim helpers of the Holocaust as well. The History Key Stage 4 curriculum follows the AQA specification. Within that, we would study topics such as Germany, conflict and tension, which will be looking at Europe between the wars, study of Elizabethan England, and also a thematic study which is Britain, health and the people until the present day.
Authority, do you gentlemen ask me to be here? I'm dragged from the honor of this place. I know not what means this happens. Because you are not lawful, I shall answer you not, and I care not.
The History Department at Eden Girls School believe that history should be something that should be felt by people and also experienced by people, and therefore we have many trips that we go on from the local museum to the battlefields in Belgium. We also have lots of people coming in to do workshops with us, whether it's poets or people from the museum or people coming in to do creative work with our students, which we feel it's very important for all of our students to experience history.
My favourite thing about studying history here at Eden is that we get to learn about the Tudors. In Year 7 we learned about the Tudors, and now at GCSE we get to learn about it in more detail.
Hi, my favourite thing about learning about Elizabeth I is that we get to see how she influenced fashion and literature.
Well, my favourite thing about history is learning about how the wars impacted Britain and Winston Churchill and meeting him.
History is my favourite department because we get to go on lots of international trips. Year 7 and Year 8 we went to the Museum of London and Docklands, and in year 10 and Year 11 we get to go to different countries and international trips like Belgium.
We look forward